see it live. But at the same time, guys, hey, we are here on our conference line, 701-801. Send that message out to your teammates so that they can get plugged in as well. Guys, all we do is win, win, win. We're fired up. Let's get it. Hold for 1 second, guys. We'll be getting started in just, let's give it 2 more minutes, 120 seconds. Welcome, welcome, guys. Hey, we're going to get started in just 60 seconds. Please stand by, everyone. Make sure you grab a pen and a piece of paper. Make sure you get into a quiet environment, guys. This is our first call of the month, and we have a lot of information we're going to go over real quick. Please stand by, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting started in just a few moments. Let's make sure everything is set up for recording. I just realized I muted out the line, so we have folks over here trying to introduce themselves. We'll make sure we do that at the end of the call. But again, guys, hey, welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody. We have some folks who's logging into the Zoom. We got folks who are listening in directly into our conference call. I want to thank all of you for taking time out of your schedules to jump on every Sunday evening. Unless notified, we are here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is our team huddle up call. Guys, this is the call you want to make sure you're always plugged into and you're bringing your team to this call. Now, of course, the company has many other calls that we conduct. On Mondays at 8:30, we have our corporate call, which is an excellent call from the CEO, the president of the company, some of the leadership. And then, of course, throughout the week, we have our team private profit parties, Tuesday nights at 8:30. On Wednesday afternoon, I do a luncheon at 12 noon. 8:30 p.m., Mr. Parker does a presentation. 7 o'clock, on Thursdays, we do a presentation, and on Fridays as well, and then Saturdays. So there's activity taking place all the time for you to get plugged into. But if you were to say, man, I don't have time to get plugged into all this stuff, and you have to choose one, it's the team call that you want to make sure you plug into, guys. And along with that, make sure your team plugs into this call as well. This is where we celebrate you. This is a more intimate conversation. We bring you up to speed on any of the announcements. We identify and address situations that's happening throughout the team, throughout the week that is necessary and relevant. And then we hit on a training topic. One of the key things we're about to incorporate is personal development. Guys, we must become a team that is all about growing into the money. And I'm so passionate, and I'm an advocate in that regards to personal development, reading the books, becoming a millionaire. Jim Rohn said, make it a goal to become a millionaire, not for the millions that you earn, but what you must become to earn $1 million. What we must become to be in a position to attract the leaders and build a big organization inside of MWR Financial, where we have the ability to earn a presidential club bonus of $100,000 a month. Guys, I need y'all to really understand this, and I'm gonna be on my soapbox a little bit. We have the business to help you bring whatever financial goals you have to fruition. If you want to just make some part-time passive income, I love the new presentation where there's a slide in there that says it's not how much you make, but more how you make the money. And I said this in one of my presentations throughout the weekend. I have a very good, I'm a life insurance agent. I have a very good friend who had her best month ever in the industry, made $30,000 for the month in life insurance. And she was, pretty braggadocious and warranted. She deserves to brag about the money she earns. And I told her, that's awesome. I said, but right now, I'm focusing solely, putting the majority of my focus inside of MWR Financial, because you're chasing after the money. You're grinding out in these streets, getting that money, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, you build your MWR Financial business. What I'm building here is a business that will grow regardless of my efforts once I put forth the effort. You have to put in the work first to get where you want to be. But while you're running hard, trading time for money to make $30,000 a month, in the next 90 days, we have the ability to put ourselves in a position where we're making $11,500. Now, $11,500 or $30,000 passive income is way better than $30,000 grinding from sun up to sundown. Hopefully, you guys realize what I'm saying there. It's not how much you're making, it's how you're making that money. And we're inside of MWR Financial to build a passive residual income, a leveraged residual income, money that will come into our households and sustain our family's livelihood regardless of what we do. But we have to build it first, if that makes sense to everyone. So that's why all weekend I'm grinding, I'm sacrificing the time. We're inside of our run. I want to congratulate and thank all of you who participated in the events that I scheduled for the week, or the weekend, should I say. We have folks who brought on guests. We have folks who recruited some new people. I'm hoping those individuals join these calls. But that's what it's all about, team. Is simply plugging people into the events and being about our business there. Here's the thing that I want to say real quick, and Mr. House kind of put it into perspective with the leadership the other day. Once you get to that level of district, you all will get invited onto a leadership call, and I want to help you guys, at least 3 to 5 of you, become districts within these next 90 days, 6 months. I think we could get it done in 90 days. But one of the conversations Mr. House said is, don't get it twisted. He said, we have an amazing company with amazing services that brings true value to the marketplace. We have experts who's fixing people's credit. We have experts who are fixing individuals' debt, adjusting their taxes, and now putting them into houses. He said, but do not get it twisted. We're building a network. We're building a network. He said, I never made big money selling a company's product. I never made big money selling a company's product. We have a product. We have a solid product. We have a service that people need, and it works. But as Mr. House said, we build this business right now. You need to be recruiting, and building the network. You want to build out your distribution team. This is for those of you who want to make big money. Okay? This is for those individuals who say, hey, man, I want to make 6 figures. I want to make some significant money and be able to travel the beaches of the world. That's going to happen by us plugging into a simple duplicatable system, which we have, and building a big team. Period. Don't get it twisted. So understand that, guys. You probably will find more people, and this is what he was saying. There's more people who need cash flow than there are people who need to get into a house. Understand that. Before a person gets into a house, they need cash flow. We don't want to get people into a house and then they lose their house. So yes, we want to lead with, hey, let's show you how to get into a house, but first, let's make sure we get your finances right. You need to be a part of this business. Now, in that, of course, we'll have people who will just get the membership, and that's what we do. We recruit to sell, not sell to recruit. Either way you do it is what it is, but understand your ultimate goal should be, depending on where you are, and most of you who I've spoken to, you said you want to build a big business. You said you want to earn a six-figure passive income to leave a legacy to your children. And that's only going to happen when you build a big team. Understand this, guys. I really want to drive that home because that's what we're doing. We're in network marketing. We're building a network. And in building a team, I go for the recruit. I recruit people into an opportunity. And when it's time to go for a close, then I ask the question, do you see yourself as a member or do you see yourself as a business partner? So now they got to make a decision. They got to decide if you're going to be a member or are you going to be a business partner? And in doing that, if they don't want to be a business partner, guess what? They're going to be a member. So you're selling the product by recruiting or going for the recruits. And that's a whole process with the baseball diamond that we spoke of, we'll train more on. But here's the deal, guys, and I really, really want us to understand where we are. As Mr. House said, we have a formula, 12, get 5, get 3, get 2. 12, get 5, get 3, get 2. And I really want to encourage individuals on this call right now to make it your effort, your goal, to recruit 12 people in the month of May. I'm pushing you. 12 is a significant number. You've probably never recruited that many people in your life. But there's no better time than now than to stretch yourself to go out and get 12, 15, 20 people recruited into the business. It's going to require a lot of work. But guys, I can't emphasize the fact that it will be so damn worth it. I'll never forget, as my mentor said, it's not supposed to be easy to make six figures from home for life. And that's exactly what we're building here. I'm about to get into some action steps, but I want to talk to our mindset first. We're building a business that's going to bring you six figures from home for life. Project 600, we're stepping into this. Some of you sent me messages that's going for Project 100. You're growing into it, which is what you should do. Some of you are getting Project 200. You're getting 100 people in the next 90 days, 200 people in the next 90 days. And then there's a few of you who say, hey, I'm going to get 600 new recruits in the next 90 days. I want to be making $11,500 a month. But I really need you to really understand this, guys, what you're building. We're building a business, $11,500 a month. That's the equivalent, based on the residual income chart, of having a $3 million business. That's the equivalent of having $3 million in the bank earning you a 5% return on your investment. That's what 11,500 is when you put it to numbers. And that's just building a team of 600 people. Guys, 3, get 3, get 3, get 3, 7 levels deep. That's 600 people. Our number one objective, I was talking to a new friend that I just met all this weekend. She got on every single recruiting call that I did, brought some of her guests. She's not even directly on my team. She's on Mr. and Mrs. Harris's team. But she was like, man, I really appreciated plugging into your calls and getting a new perspective. And one of the things she said was, what really jumped out to me, Benjamin, was when you said, if you can't go and get 3 recruits, this may not be for you. And I really need us to have that mindset of expectation. We have, in everything we do, there's a standard that is established. In everything we do, there's an expectation. When you go to work tomorrow, they expect you to show up at 9 o'clock or whatever. And they expect you to answer the phone. They expect you to deal with a customer in a certain way. They expect you to do a certain amount of production so you could keep your job. We're talking about building a legacy over here with your business, MWR Financial, and we set no standards for ourselves and for the people we bring on board. We must start doing that starting today. Bare minimum, when I recruit people going forward, and I've been doing this, but really more so driving it in our Getting Started Right conference calls or game plans that we do, and we're going to be implementing more and more of that, because when we bring on a recruit, a new partner, as a sponsor, that's when the work begins, and we all must get better at, one, recruiting, and two, helping our recruits recruit recruits. Our ultimate objective when a new person comes on board is helping that person get qualified for the guaranteed income. 3 recruits, 1 customer. And guys, I know this sounds like a broken record, but hey, this is what is real. You're going to hear it over and over again so you can repeat it over and over again, but you also need to hear it over and over again so that you're bringing new people on every single week. So now you're receiving this information, so you're learning it, but then you plug in your team into this information. You don't want me to change the conversation every week. There's the basic fundamentals that we must teach. And when you bring your team and they're hearing what you're hearing today, next week, they know that, okay, I need to just go get 3 recruits and 1 membership within your first 7 to 10 days. I want you to understand what's going to happen once we incorporate this even more aggressively. There are folks on the team who's doing it, who got it done. We got folks who went and made it happen, brand new executives, but we also have folks who are on the sidelines still. They didn't get it done, but it's not too late. Once you get 3 recruits and 1 membership, once you get 3 recruits, you're an executive anyway, period. There's no timeline on when you get promoted. The timelines is only set on the fast start bonuses. To get that $150, you got to go and get 3 recruits within your first 30 days. But that don't mean the business is over. Things happen. Your business is still standing. Now let's start today to go help find your 3 recruits and 1 customer. And then when we bring on a new partner, we say, hey, this week, within the next 7 days, before next Sunday's conference call, use Sundays. If we do this right, guys, every Sunday is a big event. All throughout the week, you're bringing on new people. You say, let's get you set up and recruit your first 3 people, because on Sunday night, we need to acknowledge that you just went executives. Don't mess up the story. We need you to get plugged in. Every week, you're breaking executives. I need you to put these numbers down. I want you to write it down. So this week, you bring on your 3. And next week, they bring on their 3. So 3 get 3, that's 9. Then you got 27. Then you got 81. And it continues on where you have an organization of 600 people. Imagine doing that every week. Everybody's bringing on their 3. So by the end of this 90-day run, which consists of what, 12 weeks? What's that for? Yeah, 12 weeks. In 12 weeks, everybody getting 3 recruits, you can truly be in position to make at least, I'm saying, you'll have a team of 600 people. Shoot for the moon. If you land on the stars, then you still have accelerated your goals. Shoot for the moon. Now, please understand this, guys. There are folks I understand who's on here. Your schedules is overwhelming. You have no flexibility. You're here, and you only can do what you can do, and I respect that. But if it only really takes 2 hours a day, And I'm going to break that down in a few minutes on breaking up your month. Okay. We have red zones, blue zones, and green zones. I'm not even going to give you that. I'm going to give that to you next week. But you want to make sure if you just focus on 3 recruits and 1 membership. And I'm on a Zoom and I keep looking down as if I'm not looking in the camera. So forgive me on that. But 3 recruits, 1 membership. Now, there will be folks who go out and get 10 recruits. There's going to be folks who go out and get those 12 recruits. I'm pushing to get 12 to 20 recruits in the month of May. I need to push myself for that. Okay. Last month, I only brought on 6 people. Okay. Now, here's the deal. By pushing for your 12, pushing for your 20, that's great. But what everyone must do, the standard is 3. In your first week, let's get you 3 partners on board and 1 recruit, period. Don't mess up the story. And I want y'all to be saying that to people. You got to have posture about your business. If you don't think you could bring on 3 recruits, maybe this is not a good time. If you don't think you can go out and find 3 people in your network who wants to be to make an extra $600, $1,000 a month, this might not be for you at this moment. And that's real talk. Because here's the deal. Every piece plays a role. You can't go executive until you help 3 people become partners. You can't go senior until you help 3 people become executive. So you can't move to senior until you help 3 people in 3 legs find 3 partners. And then you can't become an area until those 3 individuals find 3 individuals to become area executives, to become seniors that will take you to area, and the same thing for district. And it all stems on everybody getting 3 recruits and 1 membership. That's so simple if you really think about it. So you say, Benjamin, how the hell you get 3 recruits? How can we guarantee that a person gets 3 recruits? I mean, you need 6 people to carry your casket to take you down to your last journey. So out of those 6 people you think that's going to be your armor bearer or whatever they call them, I'm hoping that at least 3 of those 6 would want to rock with you while you're living and make money with you. Just get them signed up. Whatever it takes. So here's the deal. Here's the game plan. When you bring on a new person, we put them, we say, let's identify your top 25 people. Let's identify 25 to 50 people. But before we do that, what is your why? Why are you doing this? What is it that you want to accomplish? How much money do you want to make? What is your short-term goal? What you need to make this month to help you out with some bills? They say, man, I need to make $1,000. Okay, great. We could do that. How do you make $1,000 in this business? Help 3 people come on board. You got $150. Help those 3 people get 3 people come on board. You got $450, and do it one more time. You just made $1,500 in your first 30 days. And you just got 3. And you help those 3 get 3 to get 3. You just made $1,500 your first 30 days. That's doable if you put in the work. And our job as sponsors going forward, I'm not looking backwards. Going forward, from May forward, May, June, July in our 90-day run, and then we reset and go into August, September, November. Understand this, guys. Distractions take place in the summer. I experienced that this weekend. It was a beautiful day, one of the first full weekends where people are out and about, taking off their damn masks and leaving their houses from being quarantined. And folks like, man, I ain't getting on no daggone conference calls anymore. I want to be free. And those are things we must overcome. One of the cool things is, guys, we do this business through Zooms. We ain't putting people in living rooms. So you could be at a restaurant inviting people to get on a presentation, and reminding them while they're on the beach, they could be watching some daggone information about getting rich. It's all in our posture. Understand that. It's all in our posture. So one of the key things is we identify, okay, I want to make $1,000. Okay, perfect. So this is what we need to do. We need to help you get qualified to be in a guarantee. Our number one objective as a team is to get you paid and promoted into the guaranteed income. We need to help you get 3 recruits and 1 customer this week. Are you ready? Are you committed to that? What does it take? We need to schedule at least 2 to 3 profit parties. What do you mean by that? We're going to schedule a time where you invite individuals to listen to a 30, 40-minute presentation where we explain who we are, what we do, and the people we're looking for. And if you schedule and invite 50 people, minimum, 15 of them, if you properly invite them with excitement, that as if you were opening up your brand new restaurant and you need to get people in the room, and you get people to look, 15 people show up, and out of those 15 people to show up, based on numbers and the caliber of your folks you put in front of this, you should get at least 5 recruits. You should get 3 recruits and really 5 memberships. Really. By inviting 50 people, these are numbers. These are real numbers. 50 people invited, 15 show up, whether it's 5, 10 people show up to your first one and 5, 10 people show up to your second one. But based on those 2 or 15, 20 people show up to your first one, based on your influence, we get folks to look at it, they see it, they sign up, you get paid. You've done your job. And then we turn around and say to those new 3, 4 people who signed up, hey, listen, we're all about helping people get paid and promoted. You just joined. We don't want the ink to dry on this if you're not committed to at least getting 3 recruits this week. And you got to hold them to it. How do I go about doing that? Exactly what we did for you. I will help you, because you're still brand new, put them on the phone with your sponsor and schedule their profit parties, myself or whoever you work with, if they're doing profit parties. And now we're scheduling your second profit party, and then the first profit party for the 2, 3 people you just brought on board that following week. You're an executive. Now we're helping your 2, 3 people the second week go out and get their 3 people. While you do your second profit party, you're inviting folks that didn't show up and folks you need to get to show up. And now you bring on your third, or you bring on 3, 4, 5 more people. And now you just recruited 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 people into your business with 2 profit parties because you effectively promoted your business like a business owner. And we teach your team to continue to duplicate that. And every week, you're breaking new ranks because you went executive the following week, your team went executive, now you're senior. The following week, your team's folks went executive, they're seniors, you're now executive area. That's how it's going to happen. And guess what's going to happen too? Every day, we have profit parties taking place because people are going to say, man, I could do one Tuesday night at 7 p.m. I could do one Tuesday night at 9 p.m. I could do one on Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. I could do one. So every night of the week, this 90 days going forward, there should be a profit party taking place. Either you're plugging into one that's already scheduled or you schedule a private one on your own. And every week, every day of the week, new businesses going into corporate, every day of the week, you got cash flowing into your bank account. It's so damn exciting. To get alerted, money is dropping. For one, you get alerted that you're earning $5 a day. Ding, you just earned $5. Ding, you just earned $20. Ding, you just earned $30 because you're moving up in the guaranteed income by just helping people get 3. I don't want to make this thing complicated. Guys, I need you to understand one of the books that we're reading right now, 2 books we're going to be reading this month. Speed Wealth by T. Harv Eker and Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. I've dropped the ball on this. I never went and repurchased my book. If I let you borrow my book, and I don't think any of you borrowed my book, someone borrowed my book and never bought it back. I went to find it on my bookshelf and it's gone. But Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, I'm going to purchase my new copy this week, tomorrow. But that book is so powerful, guys. But right now, if you go into our Facebook page in the back office on our files, Speed Wealth, the PDF is there. When you go to work tomorrow, print it on your company's printer if you don't get fired, because it's about 100 and something pages. It's 100 and something pages of power. I want to read a couple of things from you guys. Stay with me here. We're going to wrap it up in another 10 minutes. Chapter number 1 in Speed Wealth. One of the things he says here, guys, T.R. Beckard, if you're going to work hard anyway, you might as well get rich. If you're going to work hard anyway, you might as well get rich. And the quicker, the better. The title itself says Speed Wealth, how to make $1 million in your own business in 3 years or less. And that's exactly what we have here with MWR Financial, guys. This business is not a get-rich-quick opportunity, but you can get to the money within the next 2 to 3 years. You can have $1 million business. In the next 90 days to 6 months, you could be bringing in $11,500 with just 600 people on your team, which is the equivalent of having $3 million in the bank. And from there, you build it up. 25,000 people on your team. I need you to understand this, guys. You got to know the numbers. This is bold, bodacious goals. This is where 25,000 qualified financial directors on your team is what is required for you to make $100,000 a month. I mean, yeah, a month in the guaranteed or the presidential bonus. Not counting the president, you still get your $3,000 for the car bonus. You still get all that other money. That's just the $100,000 bonus. But one of the things that I've shared with you, please stay with me here. You want to zoom out. We want to become our team. And I didn't even have this conversation with you guys. I'm jumping around now. Bear with me. First gen millionaires, team first gen is what we're calling ourselves. We were Team Freedom. We're Team First Gen. Our focus team is to become first generation millionaires. And we have a vehicle with MWR Financial and everything it brings to us to become the first generation millionaires in our business. You are a millionaire. Understand this, guys. There's a difference in a cash flowing millionaire and a millionaire with net worth. You have the ability, when you're making $11,500 on residual income, that's the equivalent of having millions in a bank. I need y'all to really grab onto that. You're not quite earning $100,000 a month, which is that grown folk $1 million money. But when you're cash flowing $11,500, it's the equivalent of having $3 million in the bank. But one of the things is, make it a goal to become a millionaire. It says conventional wisdom doesn't work, and it never did. I'm not going to read this whole paragraph. I highlighted a few things. Speed Wealth is a step-by-step system for making $1 million or more in your own business in 3 years or less and enjoying the journey along the way. The only way you can make that happen is you must own a business. For people who want to own their own business and for people who have a job now and want the security of knowing that they can succeed on their own if they leave their job and become a business owner. One of the chapters here says you must position yourself for wealth. I want to hit these two things and then we'll wrap it up. He said the key is to positioning. You have to position yourself for wealth. If you're one of the few people who saves money and invested in a compounding interest savings account, that's good, but not good enough. Today's interest rates are about the lowest they've ever been in a decade, and this was written a while ago. They're even lower now. And for those who get rich in real estate, this is a note. That party is over too. Now, we could build wealth by we'll make money in the real estate game, but we're going to make the big money in building a big team. And by building a big team and putting ourselves with this guaranteed income and the presidential bonus, we're going to put our money to work inside of real estate. That leaves owning your own business as the last bastion remaining, where creating wealth, especially quickly, is even possible. That's how I did it, and that's how you're going to do it too. And it goes into success is a learnable skill, which brings up my last point is, guys, you want to be a network marketing professional. You want to study this. Those who are still on this call, you're hungry, and I appreciate you. I want you to definitely get this book and download it. Go to YouTube and find the video, Speed Wealth, the audio, and listen to it again and again. But now I want you to break down the weeks. As a matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do. For the sake of time, I need to break down the weeks. So we have 4 weeks in a month. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. The first week of the month is where we go all out, massive exposures. So today, all this week, we need to be filling up our pipeline. All out, massive exposures, okay? You want to schedule this week 2 private profit parties. If you have not done them, you want to do them. And if you've done them and you really didn't have success, let's put together our heads and game plan and strategize on how to get people to show up to your profit party. There's an art to it, okay? You want to send out 20 to 50 text messages. Are you open to making some extra income? I mean, people read their text messages. You need to communicate with people. Do you keep your income options open? If I could show you how to make some incredible income part-time without interfering with what you do, would you be interested in taking a look at some information? They say yes. You shoot them your Make Wealth Real website. Okay? We recruit to sell. And then you want to make 25 to 50 phone calls. We cannot and will not have total success by just sending out text messages, guys. We must pick up the phone. We must pick up the phone. People need to hear the excitement in your voice. They need to hear you saying that, hey, if you don't rock with me right now, you're going to miss it. They need to hear that tonality. A text message doesn't bring that excitement, doesn't create that fear of loss. They need to hear in your voice, man, Sean is about to get it. I saw her kick some ass in the last company she was in. I never heard her this excited before. You understand? So committing to massive, massive exposures this week. Week 1, all out massive exposures. Week 2, all out massive follow-up. You got to follow up with everyone that you have been exposed, your pipeline, and you're bringing in your new people. By the 15th of this month, you should make it a goal where you have your goals already in place, whether it's to get 5 new recruits, 3 recruits, 5 recruits, 10 recruits. By the 15th of the month, you want to accomplish your goal. And then guess what you do on week 3? Week 3, we work on our team to help them accomplish their goal. We brought on all these new people. Week 3, we help those individuals we brought on board fill up their calendars and get their numbers with massive, massive exposures, massive, massive profit parties, and helping them to fill up their pipelines. And then by week 4, as we close out the month, you're still following up with your people, but you're also helping your folks follow up with their people. And you're closing out the month with many new recruits coming on board. You got to break down the month, guys. You got to set benchmarks. This week, massive exposures, filling up your pipeline, letting everyone know what you do, find out who's interested, who's not. Week 2, massive, massive follow-up. Hey, you ready to get started? Let me put you on the phone with my business partner, Mr. McCray. Man, just got, three-way calls, blowing up the phones, getting people signed up, setting up game plans, and filling up their calendar in week 3. And then we just keep that activity. It sounds crazy. It sounds like a lot. But once you get that rhythm and you're building leaders, you're keeping it simple, you're not doing all the work. The team is moving like a fine oil machine, guys. We get paid daily. If you do this and get this moving into our organization, and we got folks going to get their three, to get 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 three. And of course, after a person gets three, that doesn't mean it's all over. Go get three more and go get three more. Now that you've created and making $600, you can go get some serious players, go get three more. But you got to get your first three. And if everybody gets their three, everybody moves in the ranks of this company. Last point I want to make, and I promise you this is my last point. I think I said that 5 times. Last point I want to make is not to mess up the story. So here's what I used to, when I came into go into any business, I always ask my sponsor, what do I need to do to help you get to the next level? That's called teamwork. What do I need to do to help you get to the next level? Because I know if I move you to the next level, I'm moving to the next level. So one of the things is always making sure that you're qualified with 3 qualified financial directors. If everyone makes sure they have their executive status established, I want y'all to really think about that. If everyone stays qualified, then everyone stays qualified. Everyone is in their money. Everyone who's qualified and you got that 150, that's coming every month. Everyone stays qualified, you're making 600, that's coming every month. You're at 1,500, that's coming every month. If everyone don't mess up the story, make sure you keep your membership active, make sure you keep your website active. And by doing that, you qualify. And then you help your team to make sure they're qualified. And now everybody's holding down their position. And we're bringing on new people to help them hold their position. We got folks getting their memberships. We got folks helping them, people get their membership for free with their 3 to 5 new members on board. All that stuff is going to fall in place with the activities that we do. Activities will bring results. Profit parties, exposures, and then once you expose them, you say, hey, are you interested in the membership or the opportunity? Some people say the membership, hey, we take members too. That's 1 membership, that's 2 memberships, that's 3 memberships. Okay, your membership is now free. That's 4 memberships, 5 memberships, 100 memberships, 1,000 memberships. That's a residual income coming to you every single month. And your team is duplicating that as well. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to open it up. If there's any comments, press *6 to unmute your line, and we'll take any questions or comments from anyone if you have any. If you guys are still out there, hopefully you can still hear me. All right. Well, you shy folks, you. Let's rock this out, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll end the call right there. I got folks texting me. So again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Let's go ahead. I recorded this on Zoom. I'm gonna put it inside of our YouTube and send it out to everybody. And hey, let's go out here and make this a big week. And let's celebrate your victories next Sunday on our call. I appreciate you guys. God bless. Stay charged.